Hello, friends. Welcome to this live stream. And in this live stream, we are actually covering three major items. One is related to science, other is related to the business tip of the day, and the third is know the top companies. The timestamp for this program is given here for each of them, and we will continue and talk about all the live stream together in one shot. But before we start, I would like to talk about the major events which are happened, and I'm sharing my mobile with you. And as you can see, the first information that we have is the gift of the new railway station in Ayodhya. So PM Modi has landed in Ayodhya today morning and inaugurated the new railway station, which is the state-of-the-art railway station, and it has been made using the same stones which were used in the Ram temple also. So when you actually land into Ayodhya in future, or basically take a train to visit Ayodhya, your experience of the holy city will start as soon as you actually step foot on the station or at the airport. The news is that the airport is also being constructed using the same stones which are basically used for building the Ram Mandir. Let's see what are the other important items. As you know, friends, I don't want to talk about politics or anything like that. So let's straight away jump to the headlines, business headlines. What is there which we should talk about very briefly? All right. So what has happened is I had talked about this incident also. As you can see, I'm sharing the mobile screen. I'm actually checking the same on my side, and that is getting displayed with you. So I'm sharing this with you. So I had actually talked about this incident where the Wipro had sued its ex-CFO for joining Cognizant. And now the latest news is that Wipro has sent him a notice for 25 crores against damages. So in my opinion, I think I do not know what is the issue between Wipro and the ex-CFO of Wipro, Jatin Dalal. However, I feel that there should be freedom to jump companies at whatever level. There should not be such bad blood between the professionals, and the companies should not be adamant about some employee leaving and joining another company, and because they have joined a competitor, the employee should not get into any trouble for doing that. That is my opinion, but I would like to know your opinion also, and your messages will get displayed here on the screen here. So let's see what are the other options that we have. So far, I do not see any opinion, but the moment you send in your opinion, it will appear in this box down below. All right. So other information is that the government of India may bring the price down of petrol and diesel. The prices, you can expect the prices of petrol and diesel may come down. How much? I think the speculation is that it's basically a state matter also, because the state has to choose how much they want to give discount, but roughly center would reduce the price of petrol and diesel by rupees 10. A substantial drop in the prices. Let's see what is happening in the area of technology. Okay, so nothing much except new mobile phones being launched. Let's see if there is something in the area of science. Anyway, we have the science section coming up after this. All right, so Mount Everest-sized Devil comet is hurtling towards Earth in the Earth's direction, and that is the major news in the area of science. So although it may not be hitting the earth, because if it was the case, then there would have been measures taken by the scientists, but that is not the case here. All right, so today is the last Saturday of 2023. Tomorrow is 31st. After that, the new year 2024 would start. So I think apart from the political news, whatever important was there, I've shared with you. And I would like to know your opinion on some of these important items. So don't go anywhere. I'll be taking a very, very short break. We'll join you back with Science Show. So welcome back, friends, and today we have a very important subject to discuss in the Science Show, and that is about black holes and what are different types of black holes, etc. However, the big question now, the scientists are speculating, not saying in a very affirmative manner, but they are speculating that there could be a tiny black hole in the core of the sun. There could be, or there could be these tiny black holes in other stars also. So sun, when we talk about sun, it's not specifically our own sun, but basically talking about tiny black hole being present in the center of the stars, various stars, and there could be a possibility that there could be a tiny black hole in the sun. So this is a topic of our discussion. Let's go and talk about this in detail. So what is a black hole? I mean, since we're talking about black hole is a very remarkable object. Very briefly, I think we all know about black hole. It is an area of concentrated gravity, and the concentration of the gravity is so high that not even light can escape this gravitational pull, and because of this it creates an environment inside the particular point of no return, that the laws of physics as we know them today breaks down. None of our laws, Einstein theory, all kinds of Newton law, whatever law, Schwarzschild radius, beyond the Schwarzschild radius, everything breaks down. None of our mathematical concepts, formula, physics works within the black hole. So we have no way to find out after you cross the event horizon towards the black hole what happens. So it's basically that. So we don't know anything about that. At the same time, why we do not know? Because black hole is a very novel object. It does not emit anything out of it. It only interacts with outside world by using the gravitational force. It does not emit any light, and that is why it is called black hole. It absorbs the light also, and the light in our universe is the fastest thing available. Even our thought process are slower than the light. So light has a certain finite speed, and light has the speed which nobody can exceed. Nobody can think of even reaching the near the speed of light, not even our thought, and also our realization. Also understanding the causes, effects in our universe. So if we look into the night sky, we see certain stars, and obviously we see because the light is coming, but light has taken millions of years to reach us, maybe billions of years, maybe trillion years, and that is how we are able to see this night sky, all the celestial objects in the sky. However, this also means that since light have taken so much time, all those things are basically whatever we're seeing today in the night sky have happened in the past. Isn't it logical? So black hole is an object which even absorbs such potent force like light, and nothing comes out of it. If the light is passing through close to black hole will exert the gravitational pull on the light, on the photons. So it means that the photons are affected by gravity, and then it pulls all the photons which are passing by and then absorbs them completely. Nothing comes out of it, not even a reaction coming out of the black hole. So there are different kinds of black hole. So we have discussed what is a black hole briefly. Black hole is an object which could be scary, could be intriguing, could be mesmerizing, all kinds of emotions you can feel. And since the center of the black hole is very energetic, when the material is fast, kind of falling into the black hole, it will actually, the speed of the falling is increased of all the material, whether you are an atom or a photon. Everything start increasing the speed at the speed of light. So as a result of that, the material start basically colliding with each other, and speed of the material is very high, and because of this collision and high speed, high velocity, the material start rubbing against each other, and this whole process is called accretion disk. It forms a sort of a disk around the black hole. And why the disk is there? Because obviously black hole is rotating. Nothing is stationary in this universe. Even black hole is not stationary, it is moving. So when the material is trying to fall into the center of the black hole, it start colliding, rubbing, and because of this high friction, a lot of heat, a lot of energy is produced, and the material is moving so fast that it is moving almost like half the speed of light, or almost 1/3 the speed of light. Very, very fast. You can imagine that what is the kind of speed that material is rotating around the black hole. Extremely fast. And because of that, there is a extreme heat, extreme brightness just outside the black hole. However, if there is no material available, you will never know that there is a black hole, because it does not emit anything. It does not give out any radiation. If there is a material falling into a black hole, that only gives it away. However, there are different kinds of black holes. There are the black holes which are created by dying stars. Then there are the huge black holes in the center of the galaxy, which are many billion times heavier than the sun. And then there are black holes which are known as primordial black hole. We will cover that in a bit. But let's proceed our journey in understanding if there is a black hole in the center of the star. Now let's understand how star functions. Star has primarily a lot of gravity. It's a small small brother of a black hole, but very, very small, not at all comparable with the black hole itself. But star has a lot of gravity and a lot of material, and because of the gravity there is immense pressure, and because of the pressure the fusion reactions start in the core, and lighter elements start combining, creating bigger elements like hydrogen will combine and create helium. Helium will combine to create carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, and so on and so forth. So star is an element factory, and it generates a lot of elements. And the principle of functioning of the star is very similar to how the black hole function. It's basically immense matter present in the core, which collapses into a black hole. However, star is it's depending on the size of the star. If star is very big, it's actually on a journey to become a black hole because of this whole pressure in the core. However, what will happen if there is a black hole which enters the star system? Will it continue? I think that is the intriguing point. So basically what happens is that when there is a star near a black hole, as a decent sized black hole, then this black hole starts ripping apart the star, taking out all the material, and before even the black hole approach very close to the star, in order to fall into that, it actually rips apart the star and absorbs the star completely and eats it away. However, these are all the decent size black hole. If there are black holes which are very small, which are known as primordial black hole. Now, what is a primordial black hole? Primordial black hole is essentially a very small black hole which were hypothesized by Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking for the first time predicted that there could be a primordial black hole, essentially a very, very small black hole, smaller than the size of the atom, but even at that small size, the primordial black hole will have approximately mass of an asteroid, a decent sized asteroid. So essentially a microscopic, very, very small black hole with huge gravitational pull is called primordial black hole. What Stephen Hawking said, that in the beginning, when there were no stars, the conditions were right to create many primordial black holes. And when these black holes were spread around all the universe, that will also explain, I mean, so far we have not been able to see any single primordial black hole, but if this theory is proven right, then we can solve the problem of the dark matter also. So we are not going to talk about dark matter in this live stream. That is for another day. However, there could be very small black hole with the same characteristics like a large black hole, but very small, tiny. So if these tiny black holes are able to enter a star, then instead of ripping the star apart, they can simply fall into the core of the star, because they are so tiny and they are many times smaller than the star itself. However, they are the black hole, they have the same characteristic. That means they absorb light and they don't allow light to come out. They absorb anything and nothing comes out, and that is how the black hole grows. So they keep absorbing. Now, if the primordial black hole is able to enter the star, it will immediately fall. It would be the heaviest thing on the star, which star has no power to disintegrate. It will fall into the core and then remain there. So that is the whole theory, that if there were so many primordial black holes created in the beginning of the universe, soon after the Big Bang, where are those primordial black holes? And if they are there, so far we don't have the technology to examine these primordial black holes. So there must be around, there may be so many black holes around. However, so there is no you can't ignore the possibility that there could be a primordial black hole sitting in the core of the star. So if there is a primordial black hole sitting in the core of the star, what will happen? The star will actually have another source other than the fusion reaction. Other than the fusion reaction, there it will have another source to give energy. Therefore, the star will actually burn longer without consuming a lot of its material, because the central black hole will start generating a lot of energy, and then star will actually burn brighter without consuming the matter which is found inside the stars. Normally in a star, the hydrogen combines and create heavier elements, but then if there is a primordial black hole, it actually start creating a lot of energy. As we have seen, there will be a accretion disk around it within the core of the star, and then it will start giving a lot of energy to the star. Star will actually have a longer life, and because of this energy which is available in the core of the stars, because of these black holes which are there in the center, the stars will actually start behaving differently. I mean, they will have the star quakes, just like we have earthquakes on Earth. Similarly, star will also start getting a lot of these vibrations coming from this black hole. And this kind of stars are known as the Hawking stars. And these are very bright, and there are stars which experience the star quakes. And therefore, this is something which is speculated. So far, we have not seen any characteristic of this Hawking star being visible in the sun. So it is unlikely that the sun will have a primordial black hole in the core. But that doesn't mean that a new black hole, if the primordial black hole exists, they can always enter in the future, and then they can convert our sun into a Hawking star. So there are a lot of possibilities. However, this is something which is being debated. The search is on to basically identify the first primordial black hole, and if we find one, then the whole understanding of how the universe function will actually completely undergo a lot of changes. So friends, I would like to know what you feel. Is there a primordial black hole in the core of sun or any other star? Is it a reality? I leave it to you. I look forward to your comments. Thanks for watching us live, and thanks for joining this science show. I'll be back very soon with the next item on the list, which is the business tip of the day. Don't go anywhere. I will take a very short break. Welcome back, friends. And this section we will discuss about the business tip of the day. So, we are all looking for business ideas, tips, and tricks to make our business much more efficient. And there could be something new that we can do, and we can collaborate and identify. By the way, we have a contest running. You can see the command. It is the exclamation followed by join, and if you send us the message, you will be added to the lucky draw. The lucky winner will win a free session, career counseling session with me, which otherwise cost 3,000 rupees. So you can actually participate and win a free session, one session, absolutely on the house for you, whoever wants to get career counseling. So all you have to do is just send this command to us, which is exclamation followed by join, and you can use your social media to send this command. We are live across all social media. All right, so today's business tip. What is the business tip today? Well, we are just getting over or getting out of the hangover of the holidays. The festival season is come and gone. Holidays are on. The hangover is setting in. But then if you are a leader and if you are a CEO of a company, then can you do something to utilize your time effectively so that when you return after the holiday, you will be able to kickstart the next year quickly, and maybe with a new strategy? Is there something that you can do? That is a question that we want to address today. What you can do beyond the during the holidays and beyond, so that you can actually come up with a new strategy to energize your business. So one of the thing is you can analyze the data points, and when you actually analyze the data points, it will give you details about how the company has behaved, how different products have actually being accepted by the customer, how the employee retention has worked. So all parameters of the company, product, strategy, innovation, branding, maybe the workflow which requires dependency between departments. So there could be some gaps somewhere which you can fix, and to identify where the bottleneck is, you need to analyze, and the analysis is given by the data points which are generated by your company. So previously, couple of days back, I covered about how you can actually analyze the data. So if you want to know more about, you can actually watch that video, which is about the data analytics, how you can do it. However, today we are not going to go and talk about those things. Today we will say that since the data is available right now, you can look at the data which is being provided by the data mining tool in a sort of a dashboard for you. You can start understanding the data in such a way so that you start strategizing, and that is the point of discussion today. Today is December 30th, last day of the year, so it is a very good time for you to start analyzing. And your mission of basically looking at these data points is to basically look at your next year vision, how you want to basically take your department or take your company. What will be the vision? What will be the motto of the next year process? For this vision, how you will strategize to make this vision a reality. So you have to come up with a vision based on the data that has happened, or the data which has been collected in the year 2023. Create a new vision, then look at what strategy you can make. Look at different methods of executing the strategy, and then how the success will be monitored vis-a-vis the vision. So success is not merely winning an order, because you start with a vision, and that how this vision has actually worked for you, how the success has actually translated into that vision. So it has to have a back-to-back stitching with your vision. Therefore, this is a time when you can actually start thinking of these things. When the office opens, when your employee, your team returns to work after the holidays you are ready or near ready with a new plan, so that you can kickstart the plan quickly. And as you know, there is a saying in English that the early bird catches the worm. So here we can apply. So if you're ready with your strategy for next year, now if you work on it, then you will be able to basically go quickly to the market. And it should not also happen that you plan these things in month of January quickly, because there are some customer acquisition going on, and by February end your plan fizzles out. So this is a time when you can do a lot of analysis, come up with a early format or a draft format of your strategy, and then quickly refine it when you reach the office, and then implement it quickly, and then don't change it. So this is a time which you can utilize to create all of those things. What are you aiming for and why? That is a big question. We don't ask this question ourselves. We all talk about all the big things in life, but why we are talking about these big things and why, nobody asks that. So before you even think about making a strategy, look at the aim, what you want to achieve. What is that vision that you have, and what is the aim for that vision, and why? So these are the two things that you have to ask yourself before you set up the target market. Now the target market could be the type of market, the segment, it could be the type of customers, it could be demography, it could be country, it could be a region. Within the country itself there could be a specific region. So all of this you have to decide now, and then you have to also have this answers to these questions, which is why and how. So if you are deciding what target market, you must have an answer to why you're doing that, what is that you're aiming to do by creating this strategy, and what you will achieve in the end. So this analysis can be done very easily, because there is no pressure of talking to your client, talking to your peer, talking to your employees, etc. Because right now we are in holidays. So this is a time when you can take a simple pen and paper, start thinking, start noting down these small points. And the best thing is to do a creation of mind map. We are not going to discuss about mind map now, because it's a different subject altogether. But if you know about mind maps, you can actually create this mind map, and it is a very effective tool, very effective management tool to basically come up with these different solutions for your problems. Let's talk about SMART. SMART is basically is an abbreviation which stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based. So these are the important things, that whatever you decide, it has to have a specific plan, which is S. The plan has to be measurable. It will be achievable. It should be achievable. I mean, you can create a plan, you can also create a measurement matrix around that plan, but then is it achievable based on the constraints that you have, your company have, and the kind of employee you have? Or is that relevant to your business? So how much relevant it is, and can you achieve it in like a quarter or 2 quarters, things like that. So time based. So the whole objective of showing you this slide is to basically give you an idea that you must have a SMART goal. So your vision translates into how and why, and then after that you have some clarity about how and why various actions. Then you have to break it down into SMART goals, because these SMART goals will basically then break it down into these measures, which are specific steps that you will take. Whether these steps will be measurable, as you know, friends, that in the business everything has to be measured. Everything has to be measured. If it is not measured, then it is of zero consequence. So whether these steps are measurable because of certain metrics that you are working on. And third thing is it relevant? Is it achievable? And what is that you're going to get in the end? Is it time bound? Can you achieve it in 1 quarter, 1 month, 1 week, 2 quarters, 3 quarters? Whatever that thing is, you must make a note of it as part of your strategy. So each item that has trickled down from a vision to why and how your plan must go through this scrutiny of the SMART processes, which I have discussed with you. So then once you have the clarity, then you must start looking at mapping out the actionable steps. You have to take baby steps, and then you take much bigger steps. Maybe you will send one employee initially, and then you send three more people to look at that customer. So the plan is that first you will send identified employee, then followed by another 3 helping hands to make sure that the client is now warming up to this particular your star performer, now supported by 3 more guys, and slowly then you will start putting more and more resources in that deal, and then eventually closing the deal. So basically mapping out the actionable steps. You have actually done the measurable, whether these items are measurable. However, now you're making up the actionable steps. What steps you have to take to close the deal. So these are certain things that you have to start planning right now. So this is the best time to do these things, friends, because there is no pressure, there is nothing like that. So start taking the making baby steps, planning baby steps. Start making a growth plan for all of your activities. That will help you. Now obviously you have to now look at the threats which may stop you from achieving your results. So you can start noting down all the threats that you have, because of competition, because of price points, because of regulation, because of travel distances, because of whatever. There could be 1,000 other things which can act as an obstacle. Your own internal conditions, the ability to invest in order to do conversion can also be an obstacle. So once you have taken down all of these things on the piece of paper, then you can start thinking of overcoming these threats, basically obstacle that you may encounter. And then for countering these threats, you will actually start making that what is the counter threat measures that you can implement based on your internal conditions. So these are certain things that you can plan. Moving on, staying motivated. It's an important item, because it should not happen that you plan everything but then your team is not motivated, and then your plan again will not be executed because your team is totally demotivated. So for ensuring that your team remains motivated during the entire period of 2024, you must have a plan, as a strategic plan to motivate your team all along. Now this motivation may be coming from you, coming as an example that you are doing such great job as a leader, or it could be coming from a hired entity who will actually come in and motivate your guys. Whatever the case may be, the motivation is also a very important plan, which has to be incorporated into your strategy. How will you keep motivating your employees, and also yourself are motivated to execute, to grow along with the company. So this is something which you must always ensure. So once you are done with this, then you have effectively utilized your time to come up with a sort of a draft for New Year strategy for 2024 based on the data that your company has achieved or created or collected in the year 2023. And the data must also have the competitive analysis, because without the competition, if your data is without any competitive analysis, where you went wrong, etc., then again you will actually end up in the same place as 2023 in 2024. So make sure that your data collection is perfect. If not perfect last year, make sure that your data collection, market data collection, is perfect at least this year. And once you have the data with you, then you can actually switch gear quickly, create the items that I told you about. This is the best time. Next 2 to 3 weeks is the best time to think about these things, because when you land in the office in a full swing working environment in the next 2 to 3 weeks, you should be ready with your draft. You should be ready with ideas that you want to share, and then start sharing those ideas with your team. start brainstorming so that you can quickly formulate the strategy for 2024. So this is a business tip for today, friends. Today is December 30th. Please send in your request, any comments that you have, and participate in the free draw that we are running in this live stream to win a free session on career counseling with me. All right, friends, so I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye. Friends, welcome back again, and in this section we will discuss about the top companies. And if you want to know what are the top companies in various segments in your state, you have reached the right place. Today we are going to talk about the state of Haryana. We are actually venturing within the state of Haryana, doing research and identifying which are the top companies in the state of Haryana. Today we are discussing about the healthcare services, which are the top companies in the state of Haryana in the area of healthcare services. So if you know the answer to this, the topmost company in Haryana in the area of healthcare. You can send us the message. We will display your name and also read out your name also. Meanwhile, let me give you the name of the company, which is the number numero uno in the segment of healthcare services in the state of Haryana, and that is Medanta Medicity. Medanta Medicity is a very well-known healthcare services organization. Healthcare services organization is that we are discussing today. Medanta Medicity is actually a sprawling campus of healthcare services. I mean, if you look at the Medanta, if you are in Haryana, then you have a great access to the top class medical services from Medanta. Now, Medanta is a quite a large company, multi 1,000 crore companies, and they have their facility not only in Haryana but also in Delhi, Noida, UP and other parts of India. But by far they are the largest in the state of Haryana. We are not discussing other states. There could be other companies in the area of healthcare services in other states, but in Haryana, Medanta is the largest. It is at the top. Why they are at the top, we will understand this in today's video. By the way, if you have any questions, you can also send it across. The first thing that Medanta has done is that they have built a state-of-the-art services center, which is their hospital, and it is a huge campus having multiple diagnostics, and it's a brand name which is very popular for providing treatment for all kinds of diseases. Everything, it's not only heart ailment or related to cancer, or they have solution for everything. So if God forbid that you get anything in your life, however, if you are a consumer, which is a patient, then you can be rest assured that if you reach the doorsteps of Medanta, they have the right skills, they have the right training to help you and to save you and to protect you. And that is what the Medanta brings. They have the India's best, in fact world's best medical facility in a sprawling huge campus. Enough space is there to handle influx of patient. Enough beds are there in their campus in Gurugram to handle the influx of patient coming not only from Haryana but from neighboring states which are closer to Medanta and Haryana, also from overseas. So Medanta Medicity is providing services to even overseas patients who actually visit India and get treatment in Medanta. So that is why they are liked by the people of Haryana. They are number one in Haryana, and they provide a lot of services. In fact, there are testing services, there are diagnostics, there are treatment on admission, outpatient, inpatient, all kinds of this. And at the same time, they also have the Ayurveda center. So if you are looking at the Ayurvedic method of treatment, you can actually visit Medanta and avail Ayurvedic treatment as well. Now when it comes to how they actually provide this, they have a very high standard of when they look at their manpower. Obviously they can provide the quality of treatment simply because they have the best educated doctors with them. That's where the buck starts. The expertise the doctors have will determine the expertise the hospital have. If the doctor is not good quality, if the doctor is not knowledgeable, obviously hospital will not be able to provide that treatment. So it starts from there. They have been able to attract the best talent when it comes to healthcare services, which is starting from doctors, followed by the nursing staff and all other ancillary staffs below that. The whole objective of all these different departments, different streams, is designed in Medanta is to basically support the doctor. So whatever doctor says, doctor is the boss. All other department, they will never question a doctor. They will have to follow what the doctor is asking them to do. And because of this, there is a very close-knit relationship between nurses, doctors, administration, housekeeping, cleaning staff. All of this are geared up to make sure that the patient, I keep saying customer, but it's actually in this case is patient comforts are taken care. And the whole idea is to make sure that the patient does not get any new infection, and the treatment for which the patient has come into Medanta Medicity is provided without any failure. So the doctor is well educated, very well experienced, followed by other staffs, and they have been able to create all kinds of different streams, whether it comes to cardiology, it comes to sugar control, comes to cancer treatment, or any other kind of treatment. Each of these streams, different pyramids, work like well-oiled machinery in Medanta. That is why they have become so big. They have become number one in the state of Haryana. Even a lot of patients from Delhi, nearby Delhi, even though Delhi has many hospitals, but many people actually have more faith on the services of Medanta. So a lot of people actually come and get treatment at Medanta. So good manpower, good grooming obviously is the first thing to do, first thing to take care, followed by the machinery, the innovation that the hospital has. They have to always keep ahead on the value curve. And when the doctors are trained, doctors are at the global standards, they are really the brightest doctors. They will also require the best cutting edge machinery, equipment to treat the patient. So Medanta actually invest in providing the latest equipment, gadgets, even small things like taking your blood pressure. They have the best blood pressure monitoring tool, and there are so many, because this is a big campus. They have many copies of the machineries, many equipment. There is never a dearth of any equipment. When the patient arrives into the hospital and something is not working, they will always have a backup. They will have a third level backup, fourth level backup. So they have lot of investment in the gadgets and machinery, and they always invest in the cutting edge, whether it is CT scan, PET scan, all kinds of operation facilities. And they have multiple operation theaters, because it should not happen that the operation conducted by a doctor clashes with another doctor. So for each department there is specialized multiple operation theaters. So there is no sort of a shortage of any resources, whether it is physical resource, equipment, doctors, nursing staff. They have planned for adequate resources to handle the influx of patients. And the word of mouth is basically creates this scenario in the reputation of this business house, which is Medanta Medicity. The patient actually gets treatment, and they successfully come out and they are cured. And this kind of attitude or this kind of success rate creates a good a success story for Medanta Medicity. And that has actually, the word of mouth, as I said, is actually, it's not like a fictitious thing. More and more patient getting treatment successfully, coming out of the hospital, increases the reputation. It's not based on any averages, or their reputation is not based on some star system. This is based on the actual success that the hospital gets. And because of that, when it comes to healthcare services, Medanta, based in Haryana, gives a very strong confidence to patients. So even if you are very kind of 200 kilometers away and something goes wrong with your relative or with yourself, you will have so much faith on the brand name of Medanta that you will actually immediately get into a cab or a flight and reach Medanta and then get admitted, so that, because the confidence is that if I get admitted in Medanta, I'll get treated. So that kind of reputation Medanta has been able to generate over the years for themselves, and because of that, it creates a sort of a beacon of hope when it comes to treatment of patients, whether the deadly diseases or even minor ailment. And because of this, there is an immense effect of Medanta Medicity on the state of Haryana, because there is so much business happening, there is so much contribution happening because of this Medanta Medicity in the economy of Haryana, because there is a lot of money being spent on Medanta, and eventually it will result in the income of the state itself. So the implication of Medanta existing and contributing to the growth of Haryana is immense. You can't overlook this kind of a thing. And in fact, this whole environment of healthcare services is sort of a CSR. So while there are a lot of CSR within the setup itself, corporate social responsibilities, Medanta provide free treatment to below poverty line people, absolutely free. The standard of providing the treatment is equal for everyone. So even though you are not paying anything to get treatment, because somebody can be below poverty line, however, Medanta as a hospital, as a healthcare service provider, is actually catering to that segment also. So the intrinsic part of CSR is also taken care. So therefore, state of Haryana, even though Haryana is a small state, but having such a large establishment in the area of healthcare, supporting multiple people from across the country, even the patients coming from other states into Medanta, at the same time also catering to the flood of patients coming from overseas, and ensuring that there are no queues, treatment is provided equally for everyone, there are no delays. In case there is an emergency, there is sufficient resources available for conducting the emergency procedures, etc. All of this is available in the Medanta, and therefore Medanta is number one. So friends, thanks for watching us live. If you have any question about this subject, feel free to send us your comments. Otherwise, I will meet you in the next one with top companies in your state. Bye for now.